Welcome back to King 5 News. So this is a question that a lot of people wonder now that marijuana is really mainstream in Washington. Where does all that money go?
Yeah, when recreational marijuana became legal in 2012, a lot of people thought all the extra money could solve the state's budget problems. But tonight, with the help of Microsoft and Revel Consulting and Microsoft Power BI, we're digging into the data tonight to see exactly where the marijuana excise tax revenue goes. So there's a 37% excise tax on all sales of any product. Here's what the revenue forecasts look like year over year. Thanks to Power BI, we can dig into the data here. 2015, $36 million they thought the state would take in. Last year, they thought it would take in $120 million. Expectations were just crushed. Here's the actual numbers of revenue that came in year over year. In that dark color, you can see it's double year over year. Last year, they thought they'd bring in $120 million in tax revenue. $315 million came in, 2.4 times more than predicted in total since the first gram was sold in 2014. So more money is coming in. Where does it all go when you purchase cannabis in the state of Washington? Well, here is this interactive map, also on king5.com tonight. This biggest chunk here, $234 million last year. This is last year. Goes to what's called the Washington Healthcare Authority, which is basically Medicaid. It's the state's way of covering Medicaid costs for low-income families. $80 million of it, the next biggest chunk, is for the state general fund. And a lot of that goes to education, so it's kind of a myth that no marijuana money goes to education. It actually does. The next biggest chunk, $28 million, goes to the Department of Social and Health Services for substance abuse, education, and prevention programs. Another big chunk here, the Department of Health for similar programs. And a research chunk, a small chunk there, goes to some of our largest universities. So this is where the money goes. How does it compare? $300 million is a lot of money, but when you look at the overall budget picture in the state of Washington, excise tax versus all of the revenue, this big bar here, $22 billion is what the state took in. And this tiny sliver down here is marijuana, $300 million. It's 1.43% of all tax revenue. In the big picture, not going to solve the budget problem in the state. And if you look at the spending, it's a similar pie here on Power BI. You can see the green sliver there shows the amount of money spent by the state. It's just 0.49% of the total budget. So let me show you king5.com, where you can go online tonight and look through these graphs and charts we put together as well. We posted our story. It is live on king5.com right now. You can go through those graphs and charts just like I did on king5.com. I also posted a link on my social media. Mark.
All right, good stuff, Jake. Thank you.